So, problems. Problems are a thing people have in their life. Often, a lot of them. Should I start over again? Because, like, what did I just do there? It was like, wow, okay, no, but, yeah, see, problems, wow, I have problems too. I can't start a video properly, being able to not have the introduction interrupted by bodily functions and needs to readjust certain clothing pieces, and, like, now I'm just gonna, like, rub my eyes, because, oh, I'm just like a zombie, I'm barely alive. Oh, okay, but seriously now. So yeah, these videos are ridiculous, and the point of this series is to analyze why things are trending. That's my real true intent with this initial thoughts video series. So autism, it's an issue. It's more of an issue than a problem. I mean, it's like, you know, when you think of problems in certain contexts, they're like things that you can do something about. You can't really do too much about autism. Like, you can't stop autism. It's not like an enemy or a bad guy you can fight or something. You know what I mean? So, it's an issue. It's a struggle. It's a condition. It's a thing that people have to deal with. So this video is trending, and the title of it is "Must Fix Autism Before I Start T.BS." So, I don't know what TBS is. I don't know why the T needs to be abbreviated with a period directly after it, and why it's capitalized, and why only the B of the BS is capitalized. I don't know. But we're going to find out. So I'm going to press play on this 6-minute and 42-second nightmare, and we're going to turn this into a stupid 10-minute long piece of crap. So let's get this turd fest chugging along the poop rails of disgustingness. How many more poop references can I make? Oh, good. My YouTube or
crap, I haven't done my hair.
I'm gonna turn up the volume on this one.
Listen to it. Skip the video.
Skip the video? She just told me to skip the video.
The worst mental health system across the United States. Seriously.
Where?
Anybody in Arizona would agree with that. The professionals wouldn't, because, you know, they're idiots.
So, the professionals are idiots. That's why they're professionals.
No support for
I mean, sometimes professionals aren't that, like, smart on everything, but
my clinic to court,
they're usually good at what they do.
There's an investigation done because they have refused treatment for me for the past 2 years. Now, remind you, I've been to 5 other clinics and been refused treatment as well, even though I clearly have a mental health diagnosis, which is PTSD, anxiety disorder, bipolar, ADHD, I don't know if I said PTSD, my brain's screwed up today.
Man, that's a lot. And you have Asperger's? And cognition disorder?
Long story.
You sound pretty normal to me.
Gender therapist. So,
you sound pretty competent to me.
Every single gender therapist I see that either accepts my insurance or does a sliding scale are all fucking ignorant.
Oh wow, they're all
I've never met a bunch of
that ignorant
anywhere of the states that I've lived that are complete fucking morons. So she basically says, she reads my chart.
How could a whole state be so horrific?
And she says things like, how does Asperger disease affect you? And when I listed it, she's like, okay, well, we need to fix
Asperger disease
before I read a letter for your doctor in order for you to start T.
See, what's T? Is that testosterone?
I don't know, any neurological disorder, whether it's Tourette's, seizures, autism,
seizures.
I don't care what other types of autism there is, depending on which DSM you and your doctor use.
They use DSM-5.
Neurological disorder. I wish there was a pill. It'd make my day easier.
There are apparently treatments for neurological disorders.
It's ignorant. It's frustrating.
And there's therapy.
She kept saying the word disease every time I kept correcting her. She didn't even understand it. She said, I don't know anything about Asperger disease. And although she's a gender therapist,
Asperger disease.
you go to
a general therapist. She's not a mental health professional person. So like, see, wow, this person's calling everyone ignorant, but she's not even recognizing that they're not even the same professionals.
Well, okay.
Like the word professional doesn't mean that person knows everything about everything. Hey guys, should I keep yelling over her or should I just turn her audio down? What would be better?
Ask me consistently to basically educate.
Should I have proper lighting so I'm not just in the dark?
No, I'm not a mental health or a neurologist to educate you on for the whole entire hour and a half that we're together. I shouldn't have to. That's a waste of my time. So,
how is it a waste of your time to inform a practitioner of your condition if they're ignorant to it?
Cure your Asperger's disease, and this is a gender therapist.
Cure your Asperger's.
As a gender therapist, I see this fucktarded state.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's fucktarded.
Oh wow.
Like,
this is funny.
It's the same fucking issue. We gotta fix it. I'm not gonna write a letter until we fix it to your doctor for your doctor to prescribe testosterone.
Why do you need testosterone? Are you
some funds available?
A woman trying to be a man? Because you look like you were a woman and you're trying to be a man now.
I don't need anybody's help. I shouldn't have to rely on people. I shouldn't have to rely on dumbasses to write me a prescription.
Whoa. You shouldn't have to rely on people. Who's going to build your roads and who's going to build your car and who's going to put your plumbing in your house and who's going to provide your electricity? Did this notion of, oh, I don't need other people to survive. What a load of ridiculous, ignorant hogwash.
I will help my own fucking self.
No, you don't.
I know there's risks to this. I don't give a shit.
You do not take care of yourself, lady.
I'm struggling in my life. They know this.
So stop having a mental disease where you think that you're like the wrong gender. Because why else do you need testosterone? If you need it for a different reason, and I'm just being like prejudiced and ignorant, then you know, excuse me, but...
Dysphoria was a mental health issue. They weren't educated on that's no longer part of the DSM.
Did she just say gender dysphoria?
Gender dysphoria is.
Yes, she did. Okay, I knew it. See, I told you, I'm not being prejudiced here. I knew before she even said it because I could look at her face, look at her glasses, and she's talking about tea, and tea is obviously testosterone, you know, I get that. I'm not that ignorant. I just don't want to be assumptive before I start the video, so...
Every single doctor...
I'm going to turn this lady down.
Whether it's any kind of therapist, DBT, CBT...
Man, this is... Oh my goodness.
And it's frustrating.
So, okay. I know you can hardly see my face, and you're probably like, not even watching this, but you need to be watching this, because this is just ridiculous. These are the types of people that are demanding all these, you know, unnecessary forms of help. They claim to have these conditions where, oh, I don't feel like I'm the proper gender. You know, if you feel that way, I'm sorry. And, you know, if you genuinely feel that way, I have compassion for you. That stinks. That's not fun to deal with, I imagine. So, I really do hope that you get help. But you can't just demand that every single person that's a taxpayer, you know, conforms to your desires to have a surgery to reflect what you think in your mind, which... in all reality is not proper. Every single person on this planet that's, you know, normal can recognize that they are the gender that they are. Clearly I'm a man. I recognize that I'm a man. I have a man's body. I have a man's voice. It's very manly. You know, like, I'm a man. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh, there's surgery. Oh, no, but you can't get surgery and hormone treatment. Well, what? No, why? It's not necessary. I'm going to lighten myself up if it's possible. Yes. Oh, thank goodness.
I'm done. I really am.
Oh, she's done. She's really done. See, I wish you would be done because it's just get the proper mental health and the therapy that tells you that you're the gender that you are, that you're just confused in your head and that you need to go back to being normal. Because that's all it is. Like, we are doing more damage than good to these people in our society by encouraging their mental disorders than discouraging them and trying to correct their confusion. And that's all it is. It's confusion. If a person is confused, you write their confusion, you talk to them, you know, you take them through the logical steps, the emotional steps, you know, because you need to do that too. People aren't just 100% emotional or 100% logical. People are pretty irrational at times too. But you just need to give people the proper help, and the proper help is not these surgeries that people often later regret. There's a higher percentage of suicide rates in, you know, this transgender community for obvious reasons. It's not just from external bullying and claims of victimhood like that. And that's the excuse that gets people to go along with these nonsensical ideas of we need to fund the healthcare to give these people these procedures. No, healthcare is supposed to be, like, okay, health insurance is supposed to be a system for people to have guaranteed monies in case of emergencies, you know, like you break your back or something, and it's like, I need the surgery now. You have the insurance money for that. Insurance is not just supposed to cover all these ridiculous conditions that have just never had this, like, sort of prevalence, apparently. Like, where was this in history? How could this be, you know, a thing if it weren't for the social allowance, the social acceptance, you know, the social change? People saying, oh yeah, I give this worth, transferring that, you know, social currency, so to speak. So it's just I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. I think the whole thing is a burden on the system, obviously, just like smokers are a burden on the system. People who drink excessive amounts of alcohol are a burden on the system. People who do not watch their diet and exercise, fat people, are a burden on the system. You know, that require medications to keep them alive so that their fatness doesn't kill them and all things like that. Jeez. People actually... Yeah, there's a lot of different strains and stresses that people put on the system, and that's a really very good reason as to why there shouldn't just be this everyone pays into the system healthcare type of, you know, unaffordable care act type of nonsense, because that's what it is. It's unaffordable care. That's why a lot of people would rather forego it and pay the penalty. So this notion, you know, and then that's the thing. This is one good example of the doublespeak, as people have labeled it, demon crafting, as I call it, because, you know, the Democrats add an N and an F to the Democrat, and you get demon craft, and that's what they do. They take words and they craft them in the demonic ways so as to use them against you and, you know, trick you and deceive you. So this, you know, Affordable Care Act, just because someone calls something affordable doesn't mean that it is. That probably means that they're tricking you, you know. Why else would they? If it was affordable, you would just know. That would be reflected in the cost. Why do they have to put affordable into the name, you know? Like, think about it. Seriously, that's how persuasion and propaganda works. Putting ideas into your psyche, using power, you know, the mental powers against you. So, and be wise to the ways of people's language and the intent of their words, because that's one major way that they get you. So I'm going to wrap this up. This has gone on for a bit. I'm kind of tangenting a lot. I'm not necessarily rambling, because, you know, you can follow what I'm saying. It's coherent, but it is definitely a tangent. So yeah, transgenderism, gender dysphoria, ridiculous. People having to pay for it, ridiculous. You just need therapy. You're confused. Watch out how people use words, because this whole gender dysphoria, gender fluidity, that's how they're starting to, you know, get these ideas past people and make people accept the ideas and go along with them. So stay safe out there, guys. These commercials and these videos are awful, and this trending stuff. I'm going to keep on top of it. I'm going to brighten my face up for the future videos. What I've been doing is full screening them, but I'll leave it on the, what would that be? Jeez, it's like a 3/5 screen maybe, or something. I don't know. Maybe that's like a, no, 3/8 screen. I don't know. I'd have to analyze the dimensions of the screen to see what ratio it is, but that's like completely irrelevant and unimportant to anything in this universe. Point is, I just gotta not full screen the video, and then you can still see my face in my dark room here. So, yeah, alright, out. Video's bad. I'm still not done. Why is that? Alright.